What it do, people? It's your boy J100, Mr. So 100, and I do it the So 100 way. We back with another episode of Beyond the Clientele, and I got a special guest with me, the lovely, vivacious Miss PoppinNPumps, Miss Sequoia in the building. Y'all welcome her with love, man. What's up, Sequoia?
What's up? Hey, y'all. Yeah. Excuse my voice, y'all. Girl went to see Beyonce this past weekend.
Oh, you know how that goes.
I'm trying to get back, but I'm still there.
I'm sure they understand that. You went to see Beyonce. You done showed
Indeed.
out. For sure. Well, first off, what I like to do, Sequoia, is I like for you to tell the people what you bring to the look good and feel good industry.
Well, as you guys know, like he said, I am Miss PoppinNPumps. That is my brand. That is my dance brand. I have been in business for 7 years now. I'm also a runway model, a brand ambassador, a coach, a teacher, an instructor, a choreographer, an author, a social media influencer, and a motivational speaker. I do it all, y'all.
Look, that's a real list. And that is really exactly what I wanted to have on my show as guest people that just tie into making people look good and feel good. And you got a whole list of things.
Whole list.
That's what's up. Well, look, we're going to have to kind of sum it up. Let the people know in a nutshell how to get, of course, the book, your author. So we want to know how to get the book, where we go for that. We need to know how to contact you if we wanted to book you for motivational speaking, runway, any coaching, anything. We need a good rundown, a good contact of how to get all that information and get tied in with you.
For sure. Okay, so all my social media platforms, I do have Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, Sequoia Watson. My PoppinNPumps pages are also on there, so you can look them up in case you want to see like when my next classes are, my schedules and everything. I also have an Instagram. Now on Instagram, I have 2 pages. I have a Pieces of Shantae, which is more like all of my content, all of my social media influencing things, my modeling stuff. And then of course I have my PoppinNPumps page, which is all of my dancing. But I have a website. So if you want to book me for modeling, if you want to book me for runway just classes, you want to learn how to model, if you want to book me for motivational speaking, I do weddings, I do group sessions, birthday sessions, girls' night, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. Your girl do it all. I do have a website. My website is www.experiencepopping.com. And why do I call it Experience Popping? Because you get the full experience. Y'all just heard me run all that rundown now, right? Yeah. So you just get all this experience from Miss PoppinNPumps.
Okay.
So as far as my book, you can purchase my book. The person who wrote my book, her name is Miss Indy Wrights. Shout out to her. It's available on her website, which is www.indywrights.com. And the name of my book is PoppinNPumps Resilience Journal. So it's a 30-day journal where I tell my story about me living with HIV, and it basically gives you quotes and scriptures and my actual words of me talking about my story, how it happened and everything. And in the midst of it all, it also gives you the opportunity to answer questions and tell your story, because everybody has a story.
Definitely.
Everybody's went through something or everybody's going through something. I just basically tell a lot of people, it doesn't have to be my story. It doesn't have to be like my story. It can be something similar or whatever your own story you're going through. So it helps with the healing. It helps with you persevering, moving forward in life, and it's all about resilience.
That's what's up. What's up. I got to give you a round of applause myself on that one. Hey, that's a hell of a rundown.
Yes.
That's a hell of a rundown. Miss PoppinNPumps, y'all. So y'all got the info on how to get to her on the business side.
Definitely.
Now, this show is called Beyond the Clientele. So beyond all of that, we want to get to know you beyond the clientele. So,
look, let me take a sip.
Look, this is what I like to do, Sequoia. This is what I like to do, right?
For sure.
I like to do what I like to start with. I like to say, okay, give the people a list of things you are beyond the clientele. Now, we already know your clientele and the list of things you are, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that, but give the people a list of things you are beyond all that whole list on the business side. Give them a list of things you are real quick, and then we're going to kind of tap into that list a little bit.
Oh, Lord. Y'all, I must say, first and foremost, I'm definitely perseverance. And when I say that, I push myself through to a lot because I have so much going on. I'm a person that I don't like the word no. I don't like to tell people no or I can't do it. I try to find it some kind of way to fit it into the schedule to work it out. I'm energetic. Every time you see me, I'm gonna have this big bowl of energy. I tell people all the time, I don't need to drink. I don't need to smoke. This is me 25/8, not 24/7. I'm talking about this is me. I'm gonna be silly, I'm bubbly, but I'm firm. And there's a difference because a lot of people that I've known in the past probably think I come off as mean. Mean and firm are two different things. So I say I'm firm because I want what I want. I like what I like. I stand on it. And that's the biggest thing about me. A lot of people have to understand that I don't beat around the bush. I don't sugarcoat it. I give it to you raw. I give it to you authentic. That's me. But I'm also a baby, y'all. I got this hard streak about me, but I'll cry any moment. I am sensitive. Oh my God. And I know it seems crazy, like, are you for real? I've seen her in person. No, I'm a baby, y'all. For one, I'm the baby of 4.
Okay.
So that might be where it comes from because I'm so spoiled. My dad and my mom spoiled me a lot, like still to this day. And I'm almost 40. So it's like, really? Like, no, seriously, y'all. So I got this energetic about me, but I got this little baby about me, y'all. And I can't, this is an up and down thing. But I will say that the baby thing comes out of me when I'm probably frustrated or something like that. But I don't get frustrated too much. So you will rarely ever see me just really get emotional like that. That's really it. Like I said, I'm fun, silly, energetic, perseverance. I'm a go-getter, like a glow-getter as well. Like I'm always trying to make it to the top. I'm always trying to make sure I apply that pressure. Like I don't like applying small pressure. I like applying that big pressure. Like I tell people all the time, if the Lord took everything away from me tomorrow, if I left tomorrow, one thing you can never say is, that girl did not work her ass off. She was working. Because I'm always on the go and I'm always going. Like every time you're going to see me, I'm always going to tell you them 2 B's, I'm booked and I'm busy.
I heard that. And she did tell me that. I can say that. When we was communicating about getting on her, she was literally booked and busy. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, as you should be.
He did, y'all. Because he was trying to get me in. I said, look, I'm so booked and busy, I ain't even going to tell you no lie. Let me look at the schedule in my book and see what I got open.
For real. So I noticed you said you were the baby of 4. So that makes, of course, you're a sister. Add that to that list. And then you spoke about, you spoke a piece of an experience in life that you had being contracted with HIV. So in my book, that makes you a soldier. You know what I'm saying? So we can add that to your list.
You said it right.
You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to rewind just a little bit.
I got you.
I found out you were a teacher.
I am.
Now, and we ain't talking about teaching classes or teaching the modeling and stuff or the dance. We talking about a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Teaching young students now.
Yes.
And what, high school, correct?
High school, y'all.
Okay. So whenever you talk about that list of things, man, it just amazes me how big both of your lists are, like your business side and beyond the clientele. So I want to kind of tap into that portion of beyond the clientele. So you said you were the youngest of 4. And you're the baby.
I'm the baby.
So what I like to do, I like to go by, I like to get experiences, right, throughout your life that molded you and stuck with you and made you the person you are today, right?
Ooh, yes.
So the way I like to do this, just to kind of keep it in a nutshell, I like to do it by decades. So you take your first decade of life, 1 to 10, and you find some experiences. Yeah, it could be a whooping grandma gay. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be nothing major, but I'm sure it's something in that little girl ages 1 to 10 is still with this woman.
You have no idea.
Today.
Yes.
So I like to take some of those little experiences and create the storyline. So we're gonna start with your ages 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
Yeah, just
I was in that bracket. 5 years old is when I knew I wanted to dance. I had started majorette first.
Okay.
My mama put me in majorette and I was stuck with it. I was one of those girls that my mama bought me this big stereo.
Yeah.
And I would close myself in a room every single day. Turn the TV on videos. Turn the music up on the stereo and dance my life away.
With the TV,
and the music. And I could hear my mama always banging. My room was literally next door to my mom. She would bang on the wall like, you got to turn one of them off. I couldn't. I wanted to be those girls on the music videos. I wasn't looking at they were dressed a certain way or half naked or rump shaking. I just wanted to dance. That's all I wanted to do. It would be the little girls come knocking at the door. Can Quail come outside? Now you know what she in there doing?
In there dancing.
I'm dancing. I ain't want to go outside.
Ain't that song?
I mean, I would, but if you got me in that room and I shut that door,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. So I maybe came out to use the restroom, go in the kitchen, or take my bath
and go back
in there and dance. That's all I wanted to do.
Oh, that's serious.
Yeah, that's how serious it was for me.
Yeah,
that's how much I wanted to dance.
And this is at 5.
At 5.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, you was destined.
I could hear. I could be at the family functions and go Quail, and I just was.
You hit it as soon as
you know, it didn't matter the music. It didn't matter the tempo. I was with it. You couldn't stop me. That's where it was between that bracket. That's all I knew. So my mama started me out majorette. I have an aunt who started the majorette group when I first got here in Memphis, and it was up from there.
Wow.
I was majorette. I was either captain or co-captain. It didn't matter.
You locked in.
I was locked in.
Damn. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
So that's 5. So 5 to 10, you pretty much, that's what you were doing.
I was up. I was building
your craft.
I was building my craft. Yeah. I was self-teaching myself. I didn't take no training.
Yeah.
My mama didn't put me in classes to get trained for different dance genres. I just taught myself everything. If it was on TV, if I saw a spin, I'm finna try it.
Go and try it.
Some kind of flip, I'm finna try it. That's all I wanted to do.
Ain't that song? Hey, that's real. That's real right there. That's for real. Okay, now you said came to Memphis. Just a little piece. Were you born in Memphis?
So I was, but I lived in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Okay, so y'all moved here, moved away, and then came back.
It was like a back and forth thing because most of my family on my mom's side was here.
Okay.
Dad's side, Florida, Covington. I had family all over.
Okay, so you moved around a little bit.
As a young girl, I was back and forth. Either if it was on a plane or we was driving.
Okay.
So Florida's my home, Memphis is my home. Okay. So it's a back and forth thing. So when people be like, where you from? It's like the kids ask me, where you from? I always tell them, I'm from Memphis.
Yeah.
But I'm from Florida.
Yeah, you were both up.
So I have to, I kind of, I really tell everybody, like, I'm Memphis. I'm Memphis made. It's what it is.
Memphis all the way.
I moved here, it was now Memphis. Earl Street, Smoking City, Klondike. That's where I was at.
Y'all heard the hood. She just
That's where it's at.
That's what's up. Okay. So now we merging on into the next decade, which is usually where you go through the most changes. You say 10 to 20.
Teenage, yeah.
So you go from 10, you go to middle school, you go to high school, you graduate. It's so many milestones in that. But I'm interested in hearing what yours were. That 10 to 20.
Oh, Lord.
And this is experiences that still sticking with you, like that's still, you know, obviously the dance.
Let's say I was still dancing.
You were still dancing. So
I was still dancing. I actually was, when I graduated from high school, my choice was to go to UAPB. Okay. I had got accepted. I had got accepted to start coming down there for the band camp, to be with the majorettes. But the band director that was at Fraser High School, because that's where I graduated from, Fraser High School, 2005. He ended up getting a job being a director at Lane. Okay. He ended up calling my best friend, her name is Rosetta. He called her and asked her to come to Lane. I didn't know anything about Lane. I had never heard of it. Really? Didn't know where it was at. This is Jackson, right? Yeah. Yeah, Lane College. Yeah, okay. Jackson, Tennessee. So she calls me, friend. I'm like, what? What school you going to? I said, UAPB. I said, my things are packed. I'm ready to go. Look, quit playing. She's like, I want you to come to Lane. I'm like, what? What is Lane? What's that? Where that's at? Why am I coming there? Yeah, like, so she give me the rundown. They got a new instructor, the coach, the lady that's coaching there, you know, up and down. I'm going, nah, friend. I'm going to UAPB. You're not gonna get me to come over there. It took her to call and beg me. It took our majorette coach that was at Fraser at the time to call and convince me. I was not going. Really? I was not going. You had your mind I had my mind made up. Yeah. By the time they done begged and asked me to come, I ended up going to Lane. I don't regret it at all. I heard that. When I got to Lane, it was already a squad, of course, and the captain and co-captain, they were seniors. So they were getting ready to graduate. Wow. We coming in as freshmen. So tried out, got on the squad. In high school, it's like the person who's the captain, when they step down, the next person that's co-captain steps up. Right. That's what I thought it was like in college as well. But it was. It wasn't. So we end up having a meeting at the end of the year when they're about to graduate. They tell me I'm going to be captain. And my best friend was going to be co-captain. And y'all freshmen. Going with. Yeah, we were going to sophomore year. So I was like, ooh. So I ended up being captain all the 3-4 years that I was there. Dig that. Definitely. Dig that. Now, the emotional roller coaster that came about was I had a boyfriend at the time in high school. My senior year in high school. That's when I had got into like my first serious relationship. Okay. And we was together all the way up until the beginning of my junior year in college. Okay. He ended up following me to Lane. I didn't know what his choice was. Really? At all. I knew I was going to Lane. He came to Lane too. Okay. Didn't have a conversation about it. We didn't, decide this, nothing. He just showed up. He on the side campus. Like, what is this nigga doing? He shows up. Yeah. Well, I will tell you, that was my first run through with a guy going through a DV. I never thought that I would go through a domestic violence relationship. Okay. At the age that I was. And I don't even know how, I can tell you to this day, I still don't even know how I ended up putting up with it or whatnot. But I did. And then, like I said, when it got to like my beginning of my junior year, I knew I did not want that life for me. I didn't want to keep going through days and weeks and months on campus. And we are known as to be the Ike and Tina of the campus. It wasn't a good look. I had a good head on my shoulder, smart, dancing. It was too much. So that was the downfall of me going through what I went through in college. And by the time I, like I said, got to my senses, made up my mind, this was too much. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to have to keep fighting, dude, and fighting for my life every day. It was too much. So I was gracious enough and blessed enough to get out of this situation and finished out my years and my 4 years in college, graduated Dean's List, cum laude, and I pledged while I was there. I was still, like I said, the captain of the majorette squad, and that's what it was.
Man, that sounds like so quite a few milestones in that little nutshell you ran.
Trying to tell you.
You overcame, pledge what?
Zeta. I'm a
Zeta.
Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
Okay. Shout out to the Zetas.
For sure.
And you said you went through domestic violence. Is that something that started during high school, or did it start in college?
The first time that he did put his hands on me was in high school. That wasn't the last though. For all my mom knew at the time that was the only time. And of course, once he got to college with me, the jealousy stuff came about. I was already a majorette. So of course, the boys and the guys are all around looking. They like the majorettes, they like the dancers. And it was just a lot with it. So it just kept building up. We was always on campus either fighting or something. I was either always fighting him, and it was a lot.
That's tough, man.
It definitely was.
So you go from you graduated college at what, 23? 22?
Yeah, 22.
22, yeah. Okay, so that puts you in your next decade.
Hey.
That decade is always a decade of evolution, I like to say, based off my own. And I have some hell of a decades for you. But this is not my beyond the clientele.
There you go. I understand.
When I tell you, man, my decades is overwhelming.
Woo, I get it.
I know this one, your 20 to 30, just off your 10 to 20, your 20 to 30 is about to be off the record.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Off the record. So okay, we had 22, graduated college, which is another great accomplishment for a young lady, and especially after what you went through during that time and everything, but you still was able to overcome and get through that. So, bam, we had 22, college grad.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happened in that next decade?
I took maybe a year off. And I said, I want to get my master's. Like I said, I'm one that I got the chance to do it. I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
So took a year off, got into the program at Strayer University, did my 2-year at Strayer University, got my master's. Okay. Once I got my master's, I ended up graduating from there. But at that time, I ended up getting in another relationship. Mm-hmm. We was together maybe 3 years, something like that. I'm gonna say 3 to 4, something like that in that market. Mm-hmm. Great, wonderful relationship. I actually started talking to him like senior year in college. Okay. Because he also went there too.
As you merge.
As I'm merging into getting ready to graduate, we clicked. Yeah. He actually confessed to my best friend he wanted to take me out. And it just happened. So ended up, like I said, graduating, getting my master's and everything. Mm-hmm. I was working at youth villages. I graduated getting my master's in 2013. Okay. Another downfall came. Mm. And we were together, like I said, and I just started getting this feeling that something had happened. Because a woman's intuition is just everything. And I'm just one day, when God told me to go with your first mindset, you need to go with it. Mm. So I woke up out of my sleep 6 a.m. in the morning. Wow. Seriously, it was like a dream. And I just sat up and I looked around. We didn't live together. And I was like, something ain't right. And I knew he was up getting himself ready for work.
Really?
Uh-huh. I called his phone. I said, we need to talk. And he was giving me so much of the cold shoulder. It was just like, I'm going to call you back. I'm getting ready for work. He kept hanging up. I kept calling back. Kept hanging up. Kept calling back. No, I need to talk to you. I feel like it's something you're not telling me.
Right.
Is it something I did? Is it something I'm not doing? So I got to getting all in my head thinking I had done something. Because let's face it, we as women, we tend to do that.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm going, did I do something? Am I not doing something right? Is it something that you're not telling me that you don't want to tell me that I'm not doing right? You know, it was just all this. And I just kept getting this cold shoulder. I might have had called him over and over for probably about an hour, hour and a half. And by that time, I got to the point where I was like, you have to tell me what is going on. I know it's something.
So now this is just no sign. It just you felt something.
I felt something in my sleep and woke up and knew it was something.
Wow.
And I called that young man. And after all the calls and the back and forth, he told me he had a baby on the way. Yep. We had been discussing our plans for kids and, you know, moving together and marriage and everything, and had a whole baby on me. And by the time I found out about it, she was already 6 months.
Ooh, wait.
So, you know, in that moment, I'm not one to question God, but when I tell you, I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, God, this happened to me. I had to fight this man. Now I think I found somebody else, and now you're telling me he got a whole baby. What is it that I'm doing? Do I not deserve love? What's going on? I'm not understanding. What am I missing?
Wow.
What am I missing?
Damn.
And I'm a Taurus.
And you young.
So a lot of Taurus out there will tell you, we love hard. If I tell you I love you and I wholehearted, if I rock with you, I rock with you.
Yeah.
That's me, hands down. I take my shirt off my back, I give you my last.
Yeah.
Because I got a big heart like that.
Wow.
But in the midst, like we all do stuff, we all make mistakes. I ain't gonna say I'm perfect, but that's what we doing.
Right. So now this is obviously that both of y'all are young at this time. So you talking what, 25-ish?
Yeah, I'm talking 25-ish, 28. Yeah.
Okay. So that moment comes after a 2.5, 3-year relationship, and you find out he's obviously been messing around. If it's a baby that's 6 months on the way.
Baby got a whole baby on the way. I'm finna be a stepmama and I don't even know it.
You ain't even part of the
You understand me? Hey, how you doing? Who is it?
Right. So at that point, now you're questioning what you deserve as a woman as far as relationships.
Exactly.
Because clearly you putting in the work and getting the accolades as far as getting your bachelor's, getting your master's. You putting that work in.
I got my head on straight.
Yeah, your head is on straight.
You don't want no dumb blonde, do you? Like, what's going on?
So now you're questioning what is it that you're missing, and that's a normal thing to go through as a young woman, especially when you go through 2 failed situations or even one. It can be one. It don't take more than one. It can be that one love and take you right into that mode of questioning you. But clearly you persevered through that. That's a portion of your decade that now you're because you didn't really say that about the first situation that you really questioned. You just knew there was time. You got the time to get out.
There you go.
And you got out. And now you're thinking you're in a better situation and everything is going the right way.
Exactly.
And your intuition kicks in and it lets you know if something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
And you found out that he was having a baby. So I'm sure you didn't stay stepmama that long.
I ain't stay stepmama a second, a day. You got to go, player.
Yeah, it's over with. Okay, I just want to make.
You got to go, player. I don't want to hear. I don't want to know how, where, when, why.
It's over with.
I don't want none of the W's.
Yeah, it's over.
We good.
So boom. Now you leave that situation. Tell him go on by this motherfucking day. Peace out. Deuces, my boy. It was good while it lasted. Yeah, but really he messed up long before it. Like I said, if she's 6 months. He had been messed up.
All right now.
You know what I'm saying? So that's over with.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, man, take care of your baby. You know what I'm saying?
Understand me?
With it. Right. So, bam. What's your next move?
That's when I put all the aggression, the tears, everything that I had done dealt with and been through, and I put it into PoppinNPumps. I started PoppinNPumps in January of 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. 2017. I actually was with my god brothers at the time, and we all were putting together our model agency.
Okay.
And we started on Highland at a studio, and it clicked. I said, we ain't got no dance classes going on here in Memphis. I just up and said it to them, and I said, I want to start doing dance classes. And they was like, well, we got the space.
Right.
It's a whole mirror set down there in the floor. You might well go and start.
Don't use, yeah.
So the guy that owned the building, I went and had a conversation with him, told him, I want to do Fridays, et cetera, et cetera. What I owe you, blah, 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 got together. I got to putting the flyers together. I got to put in how much I'm going to charge. Got to, let me figure out how I'm going to brand this and get it out there. 7 years later, baby, PoppinNPumps is off the chain.
I heard that.
So, like I said, I put all that into my business, and I created PoppinNPumps. So, PoppinNPumps is basically an all-adult dance class. It doesn't matter if you are advanced dancer or you're a beginner. I open it up to everybody.
Okay.
When I first started, I was doing every Friday. But as time, of course, went on, schedule got so busy, I started doing other things that I'll talk about a little bit later.
Yeah.
I got to the point where I had to start doing every 2 weeks. Then it got to the point where now I want to do it every month. So I always do it on a Friday. I only just started doing typically the heels. Then I started expanding into doing twerk. Then I got to doing little sexy chair dances. Then I moved into where you can bring your man to class and do a sexy dance for him. I called it the bring a boo or bring your man.
Okay.
Then I got to the point where ladies were like, they wanted to come, but they couldn't because they didn't have a babysitter, et cetera, et cetera. So I came up with Mommy and Me. Okay, bring the baby with you.
Right.
Let them dance with you. We gonna have fun.
Right. Everybody having a good time.
Right. It's a no judgmental zone. We don't judge. We have fun. We let our hair down. I have my own bartender. I have vendors that come out and I let them, because I'm all about everybody getting their money. Everybody getting their coin. I'm real big on family and stuff like that. So I have a god sister who sells her M&M essentials, which is like her shea butter and stuff. I have my other god sister, Whitney, who does tipsy treats. She gets all the liquor.
Okay.
Everybody got to get shots and drinks and syringes. I let them get loose.
That sound like a good time.
Oh, we get loose. We can have some fun. Because what I don't want you to be in there is a nervous wreck.
Right.
Because I understand. This is new for some people. Everybody not a dancer. You seeing me in the front, and the first thing you think is, I got to do it like Sequoia. No. You're going to develop your own.
Right. Do it your way.
Right. So, yeah, that's what I ended up doing, putting all my time in it.
Okay.
Come down the line, I got to doing branding, like brand ambassador. Everybody was like, you got this big bowl of energy. You always on live and on the internet, and you silly, you loud, and you crazy. You ever thought about branding? I'm like, branding for what? I brand my own business.
Right. You do it. It's really your own self. Though,
yeah. So it got to the point where everybody was like, oh, no, you help sell. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I can do that. So this is before I even got the website together.
Okay.
So I'm writing stuff down. I'm like, okay, I got PoppinNPumps. People want me to brand. Okay, people are looking up to me as motivation, and I got to start being a social media influencer. I'm writing stuff. I got to the point I said, no, baby, you need a website.
Yes.
Because the people want a book. You can't do this all on paper. You got to get you an assistant or something.
This is going too good.
Yeah, this is going too much too fast.
Yeah.
So PoppinNPumps was booming.
Yeah.
So of course, like I said, 2019, I ended up getting with somebody else.
Okay. Now you're trying the relationship.
Now we're trying the relationship again. I done went from 2017 to 2019, taking a break.
Took a break.
I don't want no
focus on your business.
Let's focus on PoppinNPumps.
Okay.
2019, of course, I get with a guy, and I'll be real. It was almost like a fairy tale. I never wanted for nothing. I would get knocks at the door 6, 7 a.m. in the morning before I'm getting ready to go to work at school. And I got bukus of flowers and wine and my favorite candy and stuff. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm talking to God every day. I'm like,
is this it?
Is this the one? Because now, I've been through a lot, God.
You struck me out twice.
Hey, you struck me out twice. Don't you do me a third time now. Is this what it is? Okay, let me know.
Yeah.
So, we rocking. We with it.
Okay.
2020. I was with him for 1 year. 2020, he got sick. Okay. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't know what type of sick. This is around COVID. Right. This is around when we ended up having to go through virtual teaching. Okay. I was teaching SPED at this time. I wasn't even teaching dance. Okay. I'm working with SPED, special needs kids. So I'm like, we got to figure out how to get them together on a laptop. Right. He done got sick. I don't know if it's COVID or whatever it is. So I'm trying to be the girlfriend, the woman. I'm running to Walgreens, CVS, getting medicine. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah. A week and a half passed. I couldn't take it. I felt like the walls were closing in on me. Right. And I got on the phone. I called his mom and I said, look, I don't know what's going on. Your son's sick. I'm trying to do this virtual teaching. XYZ. I got PoppinNPumps going. It's too much. Yeah. Do you know what's going on? She tells me like he's sick and da-da-da. Like he got a common cold. Like she knew though. She knew what was going on. So I'm like, no, it's worse than that. This young man is over here. He's getting smaller. He's losing weight. He's not making it to the bathroom. He can't walk. I don't know what to do. I asked him, did I need to take him to the emergency room? He won't let me. Somebody got to come get him. Called his dad.
So let me get some clarity. He's at your place.
He's at my place. So we weren't living together.
But he was sick. He's sick. So you trying to take care of him. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
So I'm like, is this it? No, somebody got to come get him. I don't know what to do. Yeah, like, it's too much for me. Nurse. I'm not.
Yeah, you're not a nurse.
No.
They wasn't on your list of things.
I'm a teacher. Yeah, okay. This ain't it. Yeah.
So I'm with you.
So fast forward a little bit. She calls his dad. The dad called me. Hey, I'm getting off work. Blah, blah, blah. This is morning time. Okay. I'm getting off work. Give me about an hour or two. And I get to your house. Send me the address. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. Fast forward. He get to my house. I go outside, I go get him. I said, look, you gonna come in here, you might not recognize your son. I said, because for real, he's sick. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. You got to get him. He come in, he look at him, he like, son, come on, son. I got to get you to the hospital, son. You in bad shape, you don't look good. So he gets him together, get him some clothes on, whatever. He get him out the house, he get him to the car, they go drive to the hospital. Yeah. I'm going on like it's a regular day, honey. Yeah. I'm like, okay, then let me go get my nails done. Yeah, I'm good.
He with his people.
They'll call me and tell me what's up.
Let me know what's up.
I'm driving. I'm on my nail appointment. I get a call.
Together.
I get a call. Hello? Hey, Sequoia, how you doing? Hey, what's going on with your pops? What's going on? Well, I got him at so-and-so hospital, and I would have went in, but due to COVID restrictions, you can't go in, blah, blah, blah. I was going to sit in the parking lot and wait. I'm like, okay, cool. I need you to sit down. Okay, so I ain't tell him I was driving. So I tell him, okay, I'm sitting. So by that time, honey, I'm pulling out. Let me get off this exit, because I don't know what this man finna tell me.
Right.
I pull off the exit, pull it to the nearest gas station, hit park. What's going on? My son never told you he's been in the hospital before? I'm like, yeah, for alcohol poisoning. What's going on? Well, that's part of it. Well, what's the other part? What I'm missing? Because I know that, being with someone for you don't fully know everything about them. You're still learning. Yeah, so, but within a year, I'm thinking, I know as much as I need to know. What I'm supposed to know.
Damn right.
So what you mean? What I'm missing? So he tells me, well, I'm gonna be real, real open and honest with you. I don't really get into my son's relationships and personal affairs and things of this sort. But as a man, I would not let this go on and not let you know, because I knew for sure, you being with my son for a year, he would have said something to you. Well, what is it that he was supposed to tell me? Or am I supposed to know?
Right.
And he just told me, my son has HIV.
Mm.
And my son has had HIV since 2008.
You got to be fucking kidding.
Honey, I sat there and I said,
And you've been dealing with this man for a year.
A year. I sat there and I said to myself, I'm pretty sure I heard you say 2018. Because it's 2020.
This can't be nothing.
He said, no, 2008.
So he go through the phase where he wasn't sick when you meet him, I guess.
There we go. So now, as he's telling me all of this, he's then broke this news to me. I'm shook up. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. And all he's saying to me is, I wish I had better news to say to you, but you need to go get tested. And then I'm going, that's all you got for me? And I have been to Thanksgiving. I have been to Christmas. I have been to birthdays. I have been to, this all you got for me? And nobody said nothing to me?
That's low down.
So I hangs up the phone and I went crazy.
I know
I
you did.
went completely insane in that car. I lost it. I called my mom. I screamed. I hollered. I couldn't even get it out.
And this man is at your house letting you take care of him, ain't told you nothing.
And as time went on, all I'm thinking in my head as the days, because remind you, I'm still trying to process the fact that his dad had to tell me. So in my mind, all I'm processing is, no wonder why he didn't want me to take him to the hospital. No wonder why. Now everything is starting to transpire and come out. Now I'm putting all the ducks in a row. Now I'm putting everything two and two together in one. This is why da-da-da and da-da-da and da-da-da. And I'm none of the signs were there at first, but now all the signs are there now that your dad has told me. Wow. So fast forward.
What age we at right now? Is still in your, are you 30 at this point?
I'm 30.
You are 30.
I am 30 at this point.
So 30 exactly, or
I'm 30. I'm 36 now.
So this is
2020.
20, so you about 32, 33.
Yeah.
Okay. So we into your next decade,
oh, yeah,
even though it's not a whole one.
Right.
We into your next decade.
Right. So I made the call, made an appointment, went and got the blood work done, got the call back the next day to come in, and they broke the news to me and told me that I had it.
Wow.
That I was positive. Hearing it, just, I think I was more stuck at the moment, because on one end, my faith was trying to keep me on point and keep me sane, because I kept trying to hear my mama voice tell me, we got this, we're going to get through this, ask all the questions you need to ask, what's the next step? But over here, I'm like, am I going to die?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know that this generation now has so much to keep you going and keep you alive, but I don't know. This ain't never happened to me. I ain't never thought that somebody would do something like this to me. I have been through worse, but this one, it tops it. This is the worst of the worst that you could have ever done to somebody. I don't understand why. Why? I don't understand.
That's like low down. That's low.
I mean, it's lower than low.
That's lower than the one.
That's lower than low.
That's lower than him.
Do you hear me?
He was a kid though. He started this. He was mad, but that right there,
it's lower than low.
For somebody to do that and go all that time and deal with you and
not say a word. And again, like I said, I can't judge. I didn't know you back then. I cannot judge how it happened. I could have been a friend. I could have assist you, helped you with it, because I don't have a problem doing it. But you basically made a decision for my body, my temple,
for your life,
for my life.
For real.
You didn't give me a choice. You didn't let me make a choice.
Wow.
I want kids. I want a family. I want a husband. Wow. You didn't think about the fact that when I continue to go through life, that I have to openly let a man know, wow, hey, I'm an HIV advocate. Is this something you'll be able to handle?
Wow.
I have to deal with if a man decides he wants to reject. That ain't never happened to me. Right. So, wow. So, that's crazy. I went through depression for a year and a half. I gave up on PoppinNPumps, the branding, being on social media, being around family, being around friends. I gave it all up. And I shut myself in my home for a year and a half. I just was closed out. I cried every morning. I cried every afternoon. I cried daily. I cried every night. I got no sleep. I tried to pray in my prayer closet. It wasn't working. It wasn't helping. Whole year and a half. I asked why. Over and over and over. Why? That's so crazy. That is devastating. That's devastating right there. For real. Yeah. And yeah, of course, at that point, I'm sure you started whatever treatment was necessary. Yeah. I take Biktarvy, which is just a pill. I take it once a day, like an aspirin. Yeah. The great thing about it is you don't have to take it at a certain time. You can take it whatever time of the day. Yeah. So what it does is fights the infection of the HIV so that it doesn't spread and I have full-blown AIDS. Yeah. And I want to make sure that I make that clear for a lot of people because, to be honest with you, we as African Americans, we do not educate ourselves and read enough about AIDS and HIV. Right. When they're two different things. Yes. Yeah. So when I'm telling my story to people, I have to make sure I reiterate that I have HIV. Yeah. I'm not an AIDS. Right. None at all. Right. You can't trace it or anything like that because that's what the pill does. Right. It fights for the infection so that it won't spread. Okay. So that if I decide to be with someone else intimately, they're not likely to get it. Okay. As well as if I decide to have kids, my kids won't likely to have it. Okay. Okay. So it's been 3 years now. And I've been undetectable ever since. So that's what the undetectable means. Oh, so whenever if you go and get an HIV test, it'll show negative right now? No, I'll still be positive. Oh. It's just you won't be able to contract it. Okay. I still get my blood work done and everything. Okay. And your CD4 count has to be a certain percentage. Okay. I want to say if it's too low, then that becomes a problem. Okay. You want to make sure it's at a certain stage and a certain level. You know, that's what the pill does. Okay. To make sure that everything's still good. I'm still undetectable. So, like I said, if I want to be intimate with someone, I can kiss, I can, do and all that, they can't get it. Right. But if they want to make sure that they're safe, they have something for that to protect yourself. Right. So, of course. Yeah. That's deep right there. That's a deep one. And now I'm just curious to know whatever happened to dude. Well, he's still living. I don't know where he is. I've never got an apology, even 3 years later. Now, from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, that's a charge. That's a charge. It is like attempted murder. Okay. A lot of people ask me, you didn't press charges. Why? So let me say this. Yeah, I'm just curious. I believe me. That, but I'm like, no, you're good. You're good. Charging? For me, in that moment, everybody takes certain situations differently. I say this to people every day. You probably couldn't even walk a mile in my shoes. And I don't mean it on a disrespectful matter. Yeah. It's just you don't know what seriously. You don't know that feeling of you at all these. You think you up. you glowing, you growing, and you got all this accomplishments going on over here, and then boom, the devil kick in and hit.
Yeah.
And in that moment, all of this, I'm not even thinking about.
Yeah, that don't matter.
My mind ain't right.
Yeah.
I got to make sure my mind right. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that I want to press charges. I want to kill dude.
Right, yeah.
Now, I had the right to do it.
Yeah, that sounds more feasible to me.
For my mom talking to me, my mom had to, for real, click in my mind that, look, you are a business owner. You are a model. You are a teacher. Yeah. You are a, she had to run down all of this to me. And all she had accomplished. And all she kept saying was, you got so much fan base. The moment that this gets out, here come the questions.
Yeah.
It wasn't even gonna be about, did he do it? Yeah. The questions were gonna come, what was you doing? Yeah, did you sleep around? How you get it? I've been in her dance class. She been touching me. See, that's where the educator comes. That's where they're supposed to come in at. Why we don't read enough. When that ain't how you see it. That's not how you attract it. You know, so that's all my mama was thinking. God got that. Yeah. God gonna handle that for you. Yeah. Oh, I don't want the media in it. I don't want the news in it, because to be real with you, when something like this happens, the detective call you.
Yeah, it go big, I'm sure.
The detective called me literally the next day.
Yeah.
Pulled it up. I pulled him up in the database. Found him. Found out where he lived. Asked me, you want to proceed with this? Because we can go pick him up right now.
Oh, wait. And what made you say don't?
I told them I'm shook. I'm going crazy.
Whole thing, yeah.
I'm still in shock. I just found this out yesterday.
Yeah, you overwhelmed. So yeah.
I said, sir, I got to be real transparent with you. I need to get on the phone with my mama. I'm not even thinking straight. I don't even know what to do.
And you 32.
Yeah. I don't know whether to go left or right. What you mean?
Damn. You don't even know if you're gonna live. Like
that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yes, in my mind, I'm going, I want to. But God, I'm trying to tell you, you got to keep me sane right now. I don't know what to do.
That's a hell of that's a cold one right there, man.
And that was the only reason my mama had to put me in the place of, it's gonna come, it's gonna punch you like a punching bag. Yeah. They gonna want to know somebody over here, somebody over there, somebody over there, somebody over there. It's all gonna come.
They gonna create their own narrative.
They gonna create their own narrative about it. Yeah. And you just found out about this, and you ain't even in your right state of mind. Yeah. That was my only reason why I did.
That's crazy.
Because I knew that me being a child of God, me growing up in the church, singing in the choir and praise dancing, I knew for a fact God had my back. Regardless if I kept asking why, regardless if I kept trying to figure out, I don't understand. You got to give me a better explanation to this. Yeah. I knew he had my back and he was going to make some shake. So for me, I was just like.
You just wanted to live.
I just want to live. I don't know what this is like. I don't know what this Victoria is supposed to do for me. Lady, you telling me in here that it's supposed to when? Tomorrow?
Right.
In a next month? In a year? Wow. I don't know.
That's crazy.
All I'm thinking about the fact is, I'm 32. I got to go on with the rest of my life like this. But at some point, I still got to have some kind of saying. I got to get it together because, like, I want to live. Man, I can't speak for nobody. That's why I tell people, could you have really sat there and could you have really been in my shoes? Real talk.
Yeah,
This is different from somebody telling you they gave you herpes. This is different from somebody telling you they gave you chlamydia. Yeah. This is different from somebody telling you they gave you an STD. Yeah. We talking HIV.
A whole nother level.
It's a whole nother level.
Yeah. Like you said, that's like your ticket out of here almost. All you gotta do is go catch the flight. And you gone. That's crazy. And for somebody to do that, for him to do that after knowing he been had it, and to come into your life and wine and dine you, as you said, and to
all that played out. It was just like
the hope that This is it.
And at that point, everything was playing out. Oh, this was definitely too good to be true.
Yeah.
So now I get it. Okay, you wanted to wine and dine me.
Yeah,
you wanted me to forgive you with gifts. Okay, let me know.
That's exactly what it was. That's crazy though. It's like for somebody to be able to do that and spend that time with a person that actually made it sound like you fell for him, right? So for him to go through that whole process of making you fall for him and woo, and then turn around and knowingly have a outbreak or whatever you call it and lay right there with you and let you help him
every night. And I tell you, and honey, I had conversations. I sat in this man's face, tears running down my eyes, telling him, I have been hurt. I can't go through no more hurt. I'm tired of hurt.
And him just to sit
whatever you need to tell me, tell me. I never got it.
Damn.
So now my trust fucked up.
I know it is.
I'm walking around, men telling me, smile, baby, you so pretty. Boy, fuck you. That's how I was. And I hated that.
But he created this monster.
Man.
You had
that's how it, and I'm serious. I went on like that for almost 2 years now, y'all, for real.
Yeah.
I don't want you to tell me I'm cute.
Yeah, fuck.
I don't want you to tell me I'm pretty. Fuck all that. I don't care.
And that's ironic because it sounds like you went through probably 3 of the most. Of course, the last one I wouldn't call it common, but you went through 3 of the most devastating relationship things you can go through at such an early age. That one was the extreme, of course.
Damn.
But I'm saying you went through the domestic violence. You went through the cheating and having a baby. Then to go from those 2 to go to somebody give you
the most
HIV,
extreme.
the most extreme that they can.
I mean, they was in order. Like,
yeah. Damn. And that's so crazy that that you can tell that story and still yet and still be Miss PoppinNPumps and still stay resilient. Of course, you had some downtime.
Oh yeah.
And you had to get yourself together. And then the book that inspired that, correct?
Definitely. I had the book just came out this year.
Okay.
I had my book signing in April.
Okay.
In the second year of me having HIV, I got more comfortable within just who I was. Not even thinking about the fact that I had it. Because I'll be real with you, I started getting to the point where I was so used to just getting up, take my pill, go on by my day. I forgot I had it.
Because you wasn't sick.
I wasn't sick. I was, you know what I'm saying? God started sending me signs because I started getting a little comfortable with talking to certain people about it. I end up, like I said, certain family members and some of my model sisters and my model brothers and things. It just was kind of coming out just, hear bits and pieces. But then it just started getting to the point where, like I said, I'm on social media. So I'm doing this modeling. I'm doing this brand ambassador. I'm doing PoppinNPumps. And I was listening to this song, and I still listen to it here today, every morning and every night. The last time that I had actually cried everything out, I was in my prayer closet, and I was listening to this song called Why Not Me? And I just listened to it. When it stopped, I played it again.
Okay.
The words were just sticking to me like glue, like tape. And it just was like, I see a girl, in the mirror, eat broken. And, I was just like, oh, she got to be talking about me.
Right.
Like, where's this song coming from? And I asked myself, why? Why did I do it? Why did this happen to me? And I said, you can get through it. I was just like, okay, God, what?
It was speaking directly
it was speaking directly to me.
Yeah.
And the more I kept playing it and listening to it, I started saying, okay, why not me?
Yeah, you start living it.
And I was like, okay, God, now you trying to tell me I'm strong enough to handle this battle. So nobody else can do it. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
It might be somebody else can, but for right now, I know I can.
Yeah.
So you know what? I got you. So I got to get back. I got to get back to the growing and the glowing and the going. So I started hitting hard. I started hitting hard with PoppinNPumps. I was coming with different themes, and I was posting. I got this class this day. I got this class this day. Come on, it just started just expanding.
Yeah.
The branding started coming, and I was doing my modeling stuff and branding the clothes and stuff in major pieces. And I was just like, oh, that you speaking to me.
Right.
So now I know what you want me to do. You want me to tell the people. Now I got to talk about it.
Wow.
So the 2 years, 2 years in it was 2020. So in 2022, I ended up speaking at a women's brunch to 200 women. A friend girl called me and she said, she actually made a post about it. Wow. She was like, I want to put together this women's brunch, blah, 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 blah. Who would I attend? So of course I got on there and said, I'll attend.
Right.
Because it was called Praise and Brunch. After what I've been through, all I was thinking about was the praise part.
Ooh-wee.
I said, yeah, I want to go. I got to attend it. I want to be in the audience for this.
Yeah.
She inboxed me. Sequoia, send me your number. I need to call you. Okay. Sent it to her. She called me that night. She said, look, I've been seeing your posts because I started making posts every single day, honey. And every time I was making posts, I would end my post saying, when y'all hear my story, y'all gonna know why. I kept ending all my posts like that. She called me and said, I've been seeing all your posts. I see you keep on saying, when we hear your story, we gonna know why. She said, you got something to tell the people.
And she now she knew.
She didn't know.
She didn't even know?
She did not know. She just going off what I was saying on my post every day.
Wow.
My challenges, my dance and stuff. And I was always saying at the end of every damn status, when you hear my story, you're going to know why.
You don't know why.
She kept saying, she said on the phone, I don't know your story. She said, but it's something people need to hear. She said, I know you want to attend the Praise and Brunch, but I want you to be a speaker.
Oh,
And I said, girl, it's so funny you said that. I said, because God been telling me it's time for me to talk about it. She said, you need to talk about it. I said, okay. She got on there the next 2 days and made a post about she needed a praise dancer. I got back in her inbox. I said, I got an idea. Let me praise dance before I speak. The song I want to praise dance to is Why Not Me? She said, you got it. She said, and I'm going to make you last. She had 5 speakers. She said, I'm going to make you last. I said, say no more. November 2022, I walked up in there, heard all them speakers tell their story and everything. We were touched and we were moved. When I got up there and did that dance, and I said my story after that, I talked about the domestic violence. I talked about the dude having a baby on me. I talked about when I contract HIV and everything. I talked about it all. It was not a dry face in that room. 200 plus women in there. I looked around that room and everybody in there was in tears. They were blown away.
Got me blown away.
And in that moment, I said, once I got through, I felt like a weight lifted off me. I wasn't sad. I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't hurt. Nothing. Wow. I just looked up and I said to God, yeah, I got to add motivational speaker to this.
Damn right.
It's that time. It was that time.
Everything went like that.
It went just like that. And today, 3 years later, I'm living in my truth. I'm living in my moment. And that's what it is. After I did that, that's when I had the lady reach out to me around November, December of 2022. Yeah. About the book. And she was like, I saw your story. Because somebody had recorded it. Right, I saw your story. She said, you ever thought about writing a book? I said, nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a lot of time. It's consuming. I said, baby,
Yeah,
I ain't got the kind of
sit down.
I said, I ain't got the kind of time to sit down and write. I ain't gonna lie to you. She said, do me a favor. Go to my website and I want you to look at all the books and journals that I've done. She was a, she had just brought her business out within like a year. And I go on there. I said, okay, I go on there. I'm looking at all of her journals and things. And I'm going,
and these are different people she's doing it for?
she's done, all of these were hers.
Her own personal journal.
And I'm going, oh, this is deep. I hit that lady back so fast, honey. And I said, what I need to do.
Right.
Because this is everything for me. She said, I see resilience all over you. She said, I know you probably know what that word means. She said, but I want you to go look that word up. She said, and just take a moment and see how that word describes everything about you from head to toe. I studied that word like I was studying for a book report or a test. And I said, oh, that's deep. And she said, that's what I want to call your book. PoppinNPumps Resilience Journal. She said, all I need from you is to put your story on paper. Wow. When I tell you, I thank God for that woman. That lady didn't ask me for a dime. She said, write it on paper, and I got it from there. She said, all I want you to do, brand my brand. Push my brand out there. Let them know about all my books and my journals. I was writing. I was writing for months. I took time. I was writing. I was crying. I was writing. I was mad. I was writing. I was angry. I was writing. I was happy. You know, it was up and down, baby. I was up and down. And by the time I was done, I had pages of baby. I remember that lady giving me her address. I knocked at her door and put them papers in her hand like this and said, I'm ready. Just like that.
And when I walked, she lined it all up for you.
She lined it all up. All she needed for me to do was give her pictures. She put it all in the order of my words on paper, how they was coming out of my mouth. It's literally like I'm talking in the book. That's how it was. Wow. When she was giving me different feedbacks of it. She was giving me different rough drafts. This is what it looked like. This is what the cover looked like. This is what the back looked like. I'm going to have scriptures in here. I'm going to have quotes. I'm going to have questions in here so that when they read in your story, they can answer the question, tell their story. It's a journal. When they started, they got to do it for a 30-day journal. And I'm like, lady, you over here messing me up.
Right. With your own story.
Baby.
Wow.
When she got done with that book, she sent me the completion of it, and I cried.
I know you did.
I cried until I couldn't cry no more. I said, wow, I got a book.
Dang. And it went on sale in April?
It went on sale in April. It's on her website.
On her website.
And like I said, in April, I did a book signing at Major Pieces Boutique where I modeled for. And everybody who ordered the book came out. I signed it for them. Took pictures.
That's what's up, man.
And
man, that's just it went round of applause. And we ain't done yet. I want to give you a round of applause on that one right there.
Most
man. That right there, when I tell you, whew, I know to keep myself together.
I know it. And that's why, I don't want it just to touch the women. I want it to touch everybody. Because again, everybody done been through something. Everybody got their story.
See, I'm a father of daughters. I don't know if you know that about me. I got 6 of them. So that story right there just, man, I'm talking about when I tell you, it's like digging in my heart.
It sit different.
For real. It really sit different. So it sit different. Just to hear that, and I'm gonna tell you another secret that I literally just found out about you contracting HIV from my wife probably 2 weeks ago.
Wow. Yeah.
I knew you for PoppinNPumps.
There you go.
The modeling.
Because every time we would see each other, you were always love. You were always say that.
Always on that. I never and the social media, even though I follow you, I follow the PoppinNPumps though. And it's regulated. It has an algorithm that what pops up on your page and stuff like that. But I didn't know that. So when she told me, I'm like, oh man, the podcast finna be off the chain and it's finna be crazy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know the story. So I'm getting it firsthand, raw, directly from you. Is just really just, man, just like I said, it's like a dagger to my heart for real.
Yeah, I just, my focus and my purpose with my story is, number one, to stop the stigma, of course, because again, we're not well equipped with, the difference with it and the knowledge of it. So I have to make sure that when I'm talking about it, I always want to make sure I reiterate like the difference. You know what I'm saying? And basically,
I think the only education we usually get, just the everyday people, is Magic Johnson.
Yep, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? And of course, he's not the first or the last person to ever contract HIV, but that's the education that people get. So they'll take Magic Johnson's story and put that on everybody.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Just because he was messing around on Cookhead back in the day and got it, they just automatically figure that's the way you get it. But of course, there's many other ways. And you got it in the low downest way that you probably could have.
You ain't
for
lying.
A low down nigga to do that. And I hate you didn't press charge, but I understand.
It's cool.
I hate he's still living. I'm gonna
say
that, but you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you and a lot of other people, baby.
I hate he's still even walking around.
Everybody still real. Like, hey, what that nigga? I want that nigga,
for real, man. Because that was low down, man. It's a lot of things that you can do, but I don't think you get no lower than that for real. For sure. But man, that was a hell of an experience in life, and to make it to who you are today is it's amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, amazing. And we're gonna move on from that, and we got a few more things before this thing go. But man, when I tell you that just hit me. That hit me right there for real.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, check it out. We're gonna go into a couple of my little questions, and I like to ask these to kind of gauge a person. And I think this says these questions that I came up with, I feel like it says a lot about who a person is, the way they answer these, or what they come with. And this is not no judgment type thing. This is just how I feel like when I came up with these questions. I'm like, I think these gonna work.
Well, I hope I can answer them to my best ability.
Man, you will. Yours already been answered in your story, technically. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna ask this one just because I said that. Is there something you want people to know about you? You know what I'm saying, that they don't know, that you don't just give off, but it's just like,
that's hard because I give off everything that I said. I give it all.
I figured that'd be a complicated one. And then you kind of said it earlier. You said as hard as you were and as firm as you were, you still a crybaby. That would be a surprise.
That is definitely a surprise.
You know what I'm saying? So that would be something
listen, y'all, I got this little sweet spot, and I'm telling you, I cry.
For sure.
But I'll stand my 10 toes. You better not fuck with me. I'm not playing.
You still standing.
I'm still standing. But that's really it, to be honest. Like,
that's what's
I'm really like affectionate. If I could just say
that. I can
affectionate type of girl. I like hugs and touches and stuff.
I can dig that.
But like, that's what it is.
That's crazy. Okay. It's so crazy because I can about answer some of these questions. Just by sitting here with you, I can about answer for you. I'm gonna ask you this one though, and I want to see just what your answer would be. What would you consider your wow factor? Like, you know what I'm saying? If somebody see they be like, wow, what is your wow factor?
Oh Lord, why am I having a difficult time answering these?
That's why I said these are the questions that really, tell a person. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm a dancer, so wow. That's what a wow is right there. I got some tricks up under
Say
these.
when
You know what I'm saying? When you see it, I need you to be like, wow.
Let me show you what I can do.
Wow. You know, only certain ones will get that now. You got to pay for that.
I can dig
Let me throw that out there. It is a fee. It's a coin, baby. It's always about a coin. So I guess that's what a wow is, you know.
That's what's up. I can dig it. All right. I'm gonna ask you this simple one though. What makes Sequoia happy? What makes you happy? Simple.
I mean, if I have to say wholeheartedly, the everyday messages that I get from just randoms. I don't want to just basically like call them randoms. I don't even want to call them fans.
Okay.
Because I'm real humble. I don't want people to think that just because I hold so many titles, I'm a woman of many hats, and I am, I guess you want to say, a local or Memphis celeb, because that's how some people label me.
Yeah.
I'm still Sequoia at the end of the day.
Okay.
You take this PoppinNPumps away, you take this book away, this modeling and all that, you still gonna get Sequoia. Yeah. At the end of the day. I'm always gonna be that authentic. I'm always gonna be raw. I'm always gonna give it to you 1,000. I don't do 100. I'm gonna give it to you 1,000. Yeah. You like it or you don't. You agree or you disagree. Yeah. It's one or two. The way that I just randomly get messages from women or even some men have, and the way that they just tell me how so much I am a motivation to them. How I help them through some situation or something or dark moments. Wow. You don't even think that I don't even have the time some days to actually sit down and think that I touched one person today. I don't know. Right. Because I'm always on go. I'm always just, let me get this content out here. Let me post this. Let me post this. And I just keep going. Right. I don't never take the time out to think about, who did it reach? Or who saw it? And, you know, that right there, that does everything for me. Yeah. It ain't even about my story sometimes. I get people to tell me that your walk by itself. I was going through so-and-so a couple days ago, and I just got on Facebook and I saw your walk, and I was like, oh, I'm all right. Yeah, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. I literally I have a good friend of mine that literally calls me her human angel. Yeah. I ain't never had nobody say that to me. Yeah. And I said, where you get that from? How did I become that? Yeah. She said, because she's been through domestic violence as well. She said, I got on Facebook. She said, I was sitting in my room one day and my kids were in the next room. She said, I was contemplating on killing myself. She said, I had the gun sitting right there next to me. She said, but I had my phone in this hand. She said, some just told me to log on. The first thing that popped up on my timeline was you dancing. And that inspired She said, and you saved my life just looking at your dance.
So it's safe to say you inspiring makes you happy.
Most definitely. Yeah. Being a huge inspiration. Yeah. That's my focus. That's my goal. Like I said, stop the stigma. Tell the people, get the story out there, just so I can continue to inspire someone to tell their story or to just overcome just the fear itself in them. Or even just to talk to one person. It take one. That's it.
That's all it takes is one.
You don't have to tell the world like I did. You don't have to tell a group of people. It take one person. Because what
you can change that one.
You can change that one person's life.
For real.
With you just being transparent.
Yeah.
My transparency is what makes me an inspiration. So if God telling me, hey, I need you to continue through life being transparent and not be afraid and talk about it, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stand on his word and I'm gonna talk about it.
I love that. I love that. All right, I want you to finish a sentence for me. It's a simple one. Everybody usually answer it around the same.
Oh, we gonna see.
Check it out. It hurts me to see. Finish that.
It hurts me to see hurt people hurt people.
Ooh, they ain't hit me with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was cold. That was cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cold one right there. All right. What do you think your biggest vice in life that you ever had or have? Yeah.
To my 3 G's.
The biggest vice. The 3 G's.
My 3 G's.
What is that?
Keep going. Keep growing. Keep glowing. In my 3 G's.
Yeah.
So I use them every day.
But that sounds like more of your own personal motivation. When I say vice, I mean like something that has had a hold on you. And it don't have to be a bad thing. This doesn't mean like it has to be like, oh, smoking cigarettes or no shit like that. I'm saying a vice that you know, I just can't shake this, man. I just can't shake it. This is it, and it's going to be on me, and it's me. That's what I mean when I say that. Now, I'm going to tell you one of my guests, a young lady, I ain't going to say her name because I ain't put an episode in out yet, but I asked her what was her vice, and she said, this nigga. So it just gets real, I had people answer, hey man, it's the hustle in me. The hustle is their vice. Another guest said it was their kindness. You know what I'm saying? They just can't help but be kind, even to people that doing wrong.
Oh, well, to be honest with you, I got about 3 vices.
Yeah, 3 vices. That's what
like
it's borderline. I
like when I told you
instead of addiction.
Okay, because I was gonna say like when I told you that no, I can't shake it. I can't shake it.
Yeah,
I can't shake it. I need the rest right now. I can't shake it though.
Can't shake it. You
gotta
get to it.
I got to get to it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I got to get to it. I feel like I'm gonna miss something. I shouldn't be missing it.
That's more like it. That's like
I should not be. I can't help but to do it.
Yeah,
and I am trying to work on it, but it ain't working.
It ain't working. If you got time on your schedule, you gonna book.
I'm finna book it. Book me.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though.
I had to tell the coworkers today, hey, we got fall break in 2 weeks. Now listen, I said I was gonna break, but I don't even know. Somebody got one time to hit that email, hit that website. It's on and popping.
Yeah, you gotta get in it.
Hey, I know you on fall break, but what you need?
What you need, now? You just put a little tab
on it. Put that little tab
on it. This that breakdown now.
Hey, send that deposit now. It's non-refundable now, okay?
That's funny.
Most definitely, that's my advice, baby. I got to learn.
People, I got to learn. No.
I can't say no.
Yeah.
I get it bad.
That's funny. I always ask it like that because I don't want it don't always be bad. Sometimes it be good. That's why I say vice instead of addiction or burden or anything.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Because it can be have or had, good or bad. You know what I'm saying?
I got to learn how to say no.
Ain't that so? Okay. You said this word earlier, so I'm going to ask you this. What does the word humble mean to you?
Staying true to your character. And I'm gonna give you an example. As a person of Greek sorority, one thing that you learn before you take the initiative to, become one in that organization, you got to make the letters. You can't let them make you. So that's what I mean when I say humble. You were you when you went in. You still need to be you when you come out.
Exactly.
Point blank, period, hands down.
I agree with that.
That's why I tell a lot of people, I appreciate it that you guys look at me as this celeb or this and that, but I'm still Quail.
Yeah.
Because he can take all of this away. I still got to be Quail.
Yeah.
My bills is the same as y'all.
For sure.
I got rent.
Got
I got
imagine. Got to be paid.
I got cable. I got a cell phone. I got insurance.
Got to be paid. Yeah.
Don't ever look at me and think I got it all together.
Yeah.
Yes, I stay booked and busy. But what I want you to understand is them coins ain't for me to put in my pocket and play with.
Right.
I live alone. I don't have somebody that assist me and help me. I got 2 dogs that act like kids.
Yeah. So they got to be taken care of.
They jump, they run, they play, they kick, they scoot, they like to eat, they roll over, and they beg. Okay? It's all the same. And I got 2.
I heard that.
You understand me?
I can dig it. Now,
That's where the humble come in at.
Yeah.
Raw, I'll think I'm true to my character.
That's real.
You're gonna get it all day.
And I like to stress humble in a sense of with me, I always be like, I don't fuck with humble. But
okay.
I mean humble whenever they say the definition.
There you go.
And you know the definition of humble is having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own self or value. That's the part I don't play about. I ain't toning my value down for nothing.
For nothing.
Right? Nah, exactly. So when I always ask people that, and whenever you get the real, see, we've been taught humble one way. You know what I'm saying? But the true definition of humble, I don't think you mess with that either. Because I ain't seen you dim your light in no shape, form, or fashion. You know what? But what it sounds like is you humble to life. Life always humbles you.
Always.
So you're going to be humble to life in itself. You're humble to God. You know what I'm saying? You're humble to wisdom and knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You're humble to competition even.
Hey.
You're humble to, it's so many things, you know what I'm saying?
Because I come to your class. I don't care.
Yeah. So it's so many things to be humble to, but when it's the definition, the true definition of toning yourself down, I don't mess with that.
I can't match that. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it.
I don't know nothing about that. Yeah. I ain't never did that. I
ain't dimming my light because your light ain't shining, my nigga.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You know
that sound personal.
I so hate it for you. Yeah.
That sound real personal.
Stand beside me. You might get a little glow.
Because I can get you there.
You might get you a little glow.
I can help get you there now.
Get your little glow on me.
I can help get you there. I want you to see how this over here is for you. Rising up now.
Damn
I can help to get you there a little bit now. Give you a little advice, but hey.
For real, but we ain't dimming nothing.
I don't know if that's light.
That's what's up. Well, I got another word for you. I think you go. This one gonna be words. Yeah, this one gonna be.
You doing this because I'm a teacher.
Yeah, I like to do it because it really says a lot about the person. What does the word loyalty mean to you?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, what does the word loyalty mean?
Shit. Damn.
Yeah.
So can I get...
give it to me how you give it. What it means to you. However it come off. Yeah. Give it to me how you want to give it. That's what I like to know. I like to know the truth. What that word mean to you.
So I'm gonna break it down like this.
Yeah.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Come on with it now. Don't hold back now. What it mean?
I ain't trying to hold back. It's just it's a lot of ways that word can mean something. It can mean oh Lord. I'm trying to break this down to where I can kind of give a little example too.
Yeah. Come on with it.
Because, let's be real. Ain't nobody perfect.
Right.
Everybody got a few haters in this world.
True.
So with loyalty for me is how well did you got my back?
Yeah.
How well if my name rings in a room that I'm not in, how well enough are you able to back me up if I'm not in that room?
Yeah.
How well are you if someone is speaking on me in a way that they shouldn't?
What you gonna do?
Yeah. Where does your loyalty come in there when it come to me?
Yeah.
Because I'm the type of person that I am, everybody don't know.
Yeah.
It's also where that firm and that mean shit come in there, It's why my circle's so small, because I only fuck with a few.
Right.
how well enough are you to let somebody know, like, but you don't know queer.
Yeah.
You know.
You speaking on
You
something
speaking
you don't know
on
right
something
now.
you don't know right now.
Right.
You going off what you feeling or what you feel like you saw.
Yeah. So basically,
well, you ain't even really sat down and had a conversation with me, you know. Because again,
so loyalty is when if they gonna stand for you in your presence.
If you're gonna stand for me in my presence, I need you to stand for me when I'm not in the presence.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, my presence is a presence.
I heard that.
When I walk in the room, I'm applying the pressure just because I'm in there.
Yeah.
Now, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah. When I'm gone.
That's all I'm saying.
I can dig.
You gonna join the folks over there that's mad and hate?
Right.
Or you
gonna rock with me and say, whoa, y'all.
Hey.
Y'all got the wrong one.
Y'all see what's going on. Is she one of them? Yeah. And I ain't either. That's all I'm saying. Real talk.
Damn right. I can dig that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, we're going to get a simple one in then. A little simple word. A little simple little 4-letter word.
A simple 4-letter word for me.
What does love mean to you?
Oh, it's unconditional. Oh.
Unconditional.
It's bigger than just your heart.
Yeah.
It goes, for me, it's the soul. It's in your soul.
Yeah.
Again, I said this earlier. I'm a Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody reads up on what a Taurus, the affirmations and everything, we love hard.
Yeah.
I mean, we go hard for you.
Right.
I mean, if I fuck with you, my nigga, I fuck with you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, that way.
Yeah.
The long way.
I can dig.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That love that we have is bigger than just here.
The surface.
The surface of it. Yeah. Right. It's definitely bigger than the surface.
Yeah.
It goes deep within.
Yeah.
See, it's when they say you go deep within, it's a connection.
Yeah.
It got to almost be in your veins. Right. Pores fucking with me.
Yeah.
That's how real it is with me when it comes to love.
Other than that, don't even say it.
Don't say you
like me a lot.
That's all I want. Don't even say it. It's cool. We ain't got to.
Right. Yeah.
Because see, what fuck up is what people tend to, I love you and being in love with you. Those are two different things.
Yeah, they definitely two different. That's
two different things.
Yeah.
So be careful when you tell someone. When somebody tell me they love me, you ain't gonna tell me back, I love everybody.
Damn right. Yeah.
You understand me?
Don't get it twisted.
Please don't get it twisted.
God told me to do it.
He said love everybody. That's in the Bible.
It is.
On God, that's in the Bible. That you better read your Bible because I read mine. Don't ever get it twisted.
I heard that.
That's definitely in the Bible now. I'm on that. He said, love everybody, love thy neighbor. I love mine.
You better know.
And I ain't got to talk to him.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna wave at their ass, but I love you. I love you over there. Stay your
ass. What I'm just saying. I don't need to talk to him. I don't need Bird to say hey, but I love you. I sure do. Love everything about you.
Damn right. Okay, this next question is gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? Real simple. I'm sure you got
all your stuff being so-called easy.
You know what I'm saying? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years beyond the clientele?
Ooh, next 5 years beyond the clientele. Can I get 2 answers?
For sure.
Okay, cool.
As many as you want.
First one, celebrity choreographer.
Yes.
For sure.
That's a big deal.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
Cross fingers for that.
Yeah.
And I want to sell out in arenas, talking about my story, giving my story, my testimony. I talked about it in front of 200 plus women. I'm ready to go 2,000.
Yeah.
After that, I'm ready to go 200,000.
Yeah.
You know, in the middle of that process, I want to be working on like my second, maybe third book. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I want to talk about, from dark to the light.
Yes.
When it started to where I'm at and how God, helped me and brought me through. So.
And he did a great job with you. I must say.
For sure.
Yeah, he did a great job. He definitely brought you through. Those are two things that are for sure feasible, just with your work ethic, and your perseverance, and how you've overcame. So, I look forward to witnessing that.
For sure.
I look forward to seeing that.
Yes.
I do want to say that your story is really inspiring. It really inspired me to hear it. I'm intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by you and how you just persevered and overcame. And resilience is you.
Hey.
Yeah, that word fits you perfectly. And it's just crazy how such a tragic situation can be turned to so much light.
Yeah.
In one's life and so many others' life.
Right.
You know, and I salute you for that. We have to give you another round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? And it was a pleasure to have you on the show. I didn't know your whole story until, well, I didn't know about that situation until a couple weeks ago. My wife told me. And I knew then that this was going to be a heck of an episode.
Hey, that's what
you
I'm
know
around
what I'm
about.
And whoever sees this and whoever's inspired, make sure you like, share, comment, whatever, yes, because this story will definitely help someone else. I hope the women in my family get to see you when you speaking to the masses.
Yes,
I think that's going to be something for them to see.
Yeah.
Thanks again for coming on. That concludes another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your boy, J1. Yeah. This is Miss PoppinNPumps, Sequoia. Yeah. Until next time, we out. Yeah.